that the Fulani herdsmen have taken over the whole place, where the people from Obiaima are being locked up as if they are no longer in this part of the world. They cannot come out to the city, and people cannot go to Obiaima anymore because of the fear of the Fulani herdsmen who have taken over the roads and communities, even their farm. And you know, we are known for farming in our own constituency, and today our people, our women can no longer go to farm because most of them are being raped. Their daughters are being raped. You can imagine the humiliation, the trauma our people are passing through.
I don't know what is going on in your area, in Nigeria, in your state, in your community regarding the security issues, but there is a serious problem going on. I am concerned because people are not talking about it. Why we focus on economy, we focus on inflation, we focus on the reason why people are hungry. We forget to tackle the main issue that led to inflation, that led to food insecurity, that led to so many things we are seeing today. Now, before, when I was growing up, even though the dollar is rising above the naira, or the naira is depreciating, or the inflation hits the market, and so many people in the urban area are unable to buy food that they are going to eat, it has nothing to do with the old woman in the village. It has nothing to do with the old men in the village, those people who cultivate their farmland and eat their fruits. Those people were doing well, they were doing everything that they could. But today, my concern is that these people can no longer go to the farmland. Now, I am not talking about the northern part of the country or the east or the west. I'm talking about the holistic insecurity challenges that is going on, including my own village. Everywhere. As of day before yesterday, I learned that almost 10 to 15 people has been adopted from my village in Delta State. So my question is, why is it that these things are not appearing in our national newspaper? This thing is not appearing in our televisions. People are not saying things like this. But the only thing we are hearing from these politicians is that a few people patronize made in Nigeria, the naira will rise, the dollar will rise. Why people are dying? This has nothing to do with the rising of dollar. Even though one naira goes to $1 today, as far as that old woman is not going to farm, as far as that man farming, commercial agriculture to sell for people, as far as he is unable to go to the farm, there is nothing that will go down in Nigeria. So this is a serious problem and the challenge that is facing Nigeria today. People talk about economy. How can you talk about economy without security? How can you talk of national progress without security? How can you talk about anything without security? This is so dangerous. I don't just know how to explain this, because the reason why I'm so concerned is because people are feeling that this is normal. Absolutely, this is not normal. When this thing happened, 2014, 2015, if I'm not mistaken, during the time of Goodluck Jonathan, both BBC, CNN, all the whole news channels in the world, they were reporting about the abduction of Chibok girls. Now, worse than Chibok girls is happening. The other day, I'm talking about last week here in Kaduna State, people up to 300 in numbers were abducted, students from the assembly ground. So something is going on, and there is a siege in our land. Everything has befallen us, but people are not talking about this. And that is why I'm just trying to show concern. If you are in around the area that the insecurity is growing, please kindly defend yourself. Buy gun and register the gun. Do everything possible to buy gun. Go to police station, register the gun. Make sure you follow what you are supposed to follow, because you will not expect the Nigerian security agencies to come and defend you. Now, this is to our shameless and useless politicians, especially those who are in the Federal House of Representatives and the House of Senate, including the presidency and the cabal. Why am I calling the federal? I'm calling the federal because the Constitution of Nigeria gives a lot of power to the federal government, in the sense that if the federal government did not act swiftly, the state government, the local government, they have nothing to do, even though they form vigilante group, they do all those things. Even, sorry to digress, last month, they arrested in Agbo, in my town, they arrested about up to 21 Fulani herdsmen who are in possession of arms and so on and so forth. They arrested them in the bush. They took them to a police station. You know what happened? The police, instead of them to charge them with the possession of illegal arms, they started charging them whether they were trespassing and so on and so forth. And these people were released. They say call came from above. This thing we are afraid to tackle now. This insecurity challenges that our politicians are unable to talk in the Senate floor, in the Green Chamber, it will come to your doorstep. It will come to your doorstep because this thing is already holistic. It is everywhere. The other day in Abuja, my own senator representing the Tano Senatorial District, Ned Nwoko, his aide was abducted. Up till now, nobody sees his aide. Maybe he must have been killed. Now, I know the man is trying his best. He's my senator. Yes, he's trying. Because he's bringing bills for Nigerians to aid citizens to carry arms. He's bringing bills to, to release the sufferings of the masses. The man is absolutely trying. So let me not talk about that. So what I'm saying is that politicians feel that once they enter position, they have been immune because government gave them 2 police to be escorting them. So you people have not heard that bandits are storming barracks, even killing soldiers, taking their firearm, and you believe that that's your 2 police you are carrying up and down, that is your security while your people are dying? Shame unto you people. This is so shameful. This is so disgraceful. I am so disappointed, and as I said before, the reason I'm so disappointed is because people are not talking about this. People are not talking about this, so they feel that absolutely nothing is going on. So let us do what we want to do. We are politicians, we have the money, we have the security to guarantee ourselves. So the interest of the masses are no longer your people's interest. It is so shameful. And people are blindly supporting this government. People are blindly following everything that the government is doing. People are blindly doing what they are not supposed to do, singing the praises of the politicians. People are blindly saying, oh, the governments, they are trying. They are trying, that's what they are saying. Travel, go out and understand what it means to have a nation, what it means to be a citizen of a country. What is the benefit of being a Nigerian citizen? The lives and properties, the protection of lives and properties, one of the primary responsibility of every government. Nigeria failed woefully. Nigeria has ceased to be everything that a geographical place will be called nation. Nigeria has ceased to be it. This is not a country, this is not a nation. Where people will die, government will not account for it, nothing is going on. They are just there in Abuja doing nothing. Okay, what are they doing in the Senate and House of Representatives? Why can't they scrape one? What is going on?
That the Fulani herdsmen have taken over the whole place, where the people from Obiaima are being locked up as if they are no longer in this part of the world. They cannot come out to the city, and people cannot go to Obiaima anymore because of the fear of the Fulani herdsmen who have taken over the roads and communities, even their farm. And we are known for farming in our own constituency. And today, our people, our women can no longer go to farm because most of them are being raped. Their daughters are being raped. You can imagine the humiliation, the trauma our people are passing through. That a woman will leave her home to fetch for themselves and go to the farm just to be raped. And most of them, after 3 months, 4 months, they go and check up. Most of them are even having some venereal diseases like HIV and all the rest, which is not palatable anymore. And we don't want a state of anarchy. That is why we are discussing with government. Not that our people cannot take up arms and also challenge the Fulani herdsmen. But as at that time, it will lead us into anarchy. And nobody wants that.